Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Christina Westbrook, and this is for those of you who are here with us live and for those of you who are going to be watching this later. Welcome to Aligning Your Inner Self, the coaching experience. I'll share a little bit about who I am and why I'm doing this, but just to get you started, I do want to have you all do a pre-survey. So if you are here live, go ahead and take out your phone. You're gonna go to the camera part of your phone. If you have an iPhone, if you have an Android, you should be able to still do it through the phone or QR code, the camera app. Go ahead and just look with your camera at the QR code, and you should be able to pull up the link for the survey automatically. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. If not, I'm gonna give you a minute to fill it out. Give it live, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Another minute. All right. And for those of you who are watching at a later time, please feel free to hit pause and take as much time as you need. All right. So in our experience this week, I will be guiding you through some journeys. I want to give you a disclaimer. You may feel some emotions, you may think about things, you may be reflective on just who you've been in this season and who you want to be. And I encourage you to have some self-compassion, be connected with yourself, and the fact that you're here is a step towards the direction of where your goals are going to just help you blossom to the person you're meant to be. So what to expect? We did our pre-survey check-in. We are going to do an opening prayer. Disclaimer with that, my spirituality is really important to me. And just as much as I love to honor other people and their spiritual journey, I like to also honor my own. And so, yeah, we'll do a prayer. Then I'll introduce myself, I'll introduce the company, how we got to where we are. We'll do some movement and mindfulness. And that's going to be really key to helping you build that mind-body connection so that as you go through some of the art directives, you'll feel more present with yourself. All right. And then we'll go through an overview. Since this is our very first live session, what to expect, how to navigate the app, and open up to see if there's any questions that you may have for me. Our theme for this week is aligning your inner success and being able to just identify some key things that's going to help you go into next week. We'll have some action steps for homework as next week. We'll open up at the end for questions as we do some art. I love to have community and talk about your art, talk about the thoughts and what you experienced throughout our session. We'll do a post survey. We'll close out with some movement affirmation, and I'll close us out with the prayer. Thumbs up if you're ready to move forward. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start us off with the prayer. I ask, whatever your faith is, whatever your spirituality is, you don't have to join, you don't have to participate. I just ask that you close your eyes and just receive the goodness that is coming your way. All right. Father God, we come before you and we thank you for another day of life. We thank you for another day of breath. We thank you for your faithfulness. I thank you that this is such a divine timing for the person that's here, for the person that's going to see this, Lord. I pray that they will be able to gain insight on themselves, to gain understanding on areas where they may feel stuck or disappointed, and that they will be able to just feel encouraged throughout this experience today in this group mentorship. I pray that the Holy Spirit will be able to be in this place, to have a presence, and to be able to give revelation to the person that needs it. We wouldn't have been able to do this without you. I thank you, God, for your partnership, and I'm excited for what this experience will bring. In Jesus' name, we pray and thank you. Amen. All right, so who I am. It's been a while since you and I have connected, and so I'd love to reintroduce my new self to you. I am Christina Westbrook. I am a disciple of Jesus Christ. I am a self-care coach, a yoga teacher, art therapist, dance therapist, speaker, writer, author, all things healing. And I am relentless when it comes to healing. And I'm committed to helping people just like you who are here fall in love with yourself, because you were designed and created for such a beautiful season this is. What is aligning your inner self? Well, we offer uniquely designed personal and professional experiences where I coach, I lead, I navigate, I equip, and I give you the tools that you need for the goal that you're trying to accomplish. We do this through art therapy, dance therapy, yoga, Zumba, meditation, and more. Why we do it? I want to read the vision statement. We need to know why we do what we do in order to build a muscle of resilience and understanding that this is my purpose. So we believe that mental health wellness should be freeing, expressive, and accessible to everyone, regardless of gender, spiritual, racial, ethnic, and sexual identity. Our hope is that by connecting with us, you will be able to just start your journey of aligning your inner self and be able to share your experience with other people to join in with us too. So we're going to go ahead and do some mindfulness and movement. We'll do this at the beginning of every class and at the end of every class. I think it's just so important. We spend so much time running around, sitting down in meetings, going to from work, and driving, and all the things our body does and holds every single day. So this will be a time for you to decompress, to be present, and to have some awareness. So to prepare, go ahead and sit back wherever you're at. Preferably if you have a chair, if you're on your couch or on the floor, just go ahead and take a moment. Drop your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Again, big inhale and exhale. Go ahead and take one hand, place it over your heart. Take the other hand, place it over your belly. You either close your eyes, lower your gaze, or find something to look at. We're going to take 60 seconds to just attune with your body and what it needs. Remember, continue to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Drop the side and shake your head. Yes, bringing your chin to your chest. Head towards the seat. Remember, breathe as you do this. For 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Shake your head side to side. Shake your head no. No to negativity. No to rejection. For 3, 2, 1. Circles all the way around. Notice if you have any tension or tightness in your shoulders, in your neck, and switch direction. And come back to center. From here, take your hands, reach them over your head, make an X with your hands, bring it out, and just morning stretch. Take a big inhale, exhale, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, rotate at the wrist, switch direction, and shake it out. Shake out your week, your day, anything you no longer want to hold within you. From the top of your head, all the way down to the bottom of your feet. From here, take your hands, place them on your shoulders, and rotate your elbows down. Inhale and exhale as you breathe. Can you find something in the room to connect with? Which direction?
Picture of myself since I was just a little girl. It started off with squiggly lines over an oval to symbolize my curves. And then I started to add in things that I hadn't yet seen in the mirror.
You're gonna take both hands, reach up, take one hand, cross over your body to the outside of your thigh. Other hand goes over your reach.
It was all the expectations that I was expected to meet. My womanhood.
Exhale, switch the sides. Other hand goes on the outside thigh.
My desired features, I tried to blend the tan and brown crayons to match my complexion. Not yet knowing that perfection could not be depicted from something that I could find inside of a box of manufactured thoughts.
From here, shake out. Take your hands, put them on your shoulder, and give yourself a hug. Give yourself some compassion for just being here today, for watching us, for setting aside time for yourself. Take 30 seconds of breath. Find a gentle sway.
Yet no matter how many times I crumple up the paper and start fresh, I can't seem to get past the idea that all that I've been drawing is proof that I've been processed.
Your breath. Come back to center.
I've been drawing this picture of myself since I was just.
Do any final movements or stretches you feel like your body needs to feel present and to feel connected? All right, shake down. Awesome. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Great job, you all. So our objectives for today, we're gonna explore the definition of success, what it means to you, what it means in society, and what you have created in your mind as your false narrative. We're gonna identify 3 challenges to practicing good habits. I believe that habits and success go hand in hand. And then we'll be able to identify action steps for what we're gonna do after our session today. Quick review. We want to make sure that everyone has an understanding of how to use the app. It is new, bear with us. We're exploring this. And we want to make sure that you're up to date and not getting lost and staying connected. So our calendar, today is Thursday. We are live, we are here. Tomorrow, you will post 3 takeaways in the app about what you learned from your experience after watching the live. Now we understand that not everyone will be able to see it within the first 24 hours, and that's okay. So we say whenever you do watch it and you're able to have some time to post it, go ahead and do it within the first 7 days that you watch it. Saturday and Sundays are fun days. I want to build community. I want to build relationship. Share, share, share. Share images about what you're doing over the weekend. You can share about your pet, your family. Maybe you go do something fun or you have a really tasty meal. Share that with us. We want to be in partnership and we want to be in community. Mondays, you will write out your intentions and goals that you have for the upcoming week. Now, this is important because we'll be able to hold you accountable in a way that you may be able to slide under the radar if you did it by yourself. I know I've done this. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get to it, but because I'm not accountable to anyone, I kind of just, I'll do it later. And then later becomes 3 years later. And I don't want to experience that with you in this space. I want you to feel that you are seen, that you have accountability, and that you're making progress for yourself. Tuesday, whatever homework we assign you on Thursday, whatever action step, goal steps, you'll go ahead and upload it into the app for us to be able to see, share, have community and conversation. And then all the way down to Wednesday, we'll do a midweek check-in. My team will go in and just share about what it is that's going on in creative ways, artistic ways, because we want to be able to make sure that we're connected. All right. Do you have any questions for the person who's here live? I'm going to unmute you. If you do, you can ask them out loud. If not, you can also type it into the chat. All right. So just a friendly reminder what you need for every class. You need a quiet area with enough space for movement. I recommend you have a personal notebook where you can take some notes and be able to reflect as we go, make this really effective, and to download our handout from our website to be able to follow along with note taking. Gently want to remind you that you don't have to do both on Saturday and Sunday. You don't have to post each day, but you could just pick one. All right. This is the handout that I have created and customized just for you all to be able to follow along and to keep these so you can see your progress throughout the weeks. You have whose journey, you'll put your name, the date, the time, whatever topic we're exploring. So for example, today you'll put aligning your inner success, what week you're in the coaching experience. We'll write down the objectives, the ones I identified earlier. And then if you notice any areas of strengths or any areas that you want to identify growing in, this would be the allocated sections to do that as well. And then if you have any general notes, maybe quotes, maybe something that stands out to you, something you want to come back to later, you can definitely put that in the journey notes. And the final box is the next action steps. Those 3 things that I'll give you, maybe sometimes 4, of how to carry it out throughout the week to be able to make that progressive change. All right, so we're going to dive into our art making now. What you'll need, and I like to use household items so that it's accessible. If you have a blank sheet of paper, it could be notebook paper too, but to grab some type of paper. To grab either markers or maybe you have like colored pens, anything you need is about 3 different colors, but you can use any modality, all right? So I'm gonna give you a minute to be able to grab these items. If you're watching at a later time, hit pause as you go grab that. If you don't have anything, you just have like a pencil or pen, that's gonna work too. Give you 1 minute to grab what you need. Pen, pencil, paper, markers, color pencils, blank paper. One more minute.
Even if you don't love yourself, know that you are loved.
All right. So with your paper, what we're actually going to be making is a Venn diagram. Now it's going to be a very unique Venn diagram. Yep, that's fine. A paper and a Sharpie will work just fine. So this is what we're going to be making. It says characteristics. We're going to be making 3 circles, all right? But notice that these 2 circles don't connect. One circle is failure, the other circle is success, and the final one is goals, okay? So before I explain this, we're just gonna go ahead and draw it out together. With your paper, if you can have it ripped out of a notebook preferably, so it's loose and not attached to anything, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it in half very gently. You're just gonna gently fold it like this. So look at how much space I'm leaving in between, just as a reference, okay? So you have a line, now fold it the other way. Again, very gently. What you want is to utilize the crease to help you with those lines. All right, so I have a slight crease. I'm gonna grab my material, I'm gonna use a pencil. You're gonna put a dot in the middle of the paper. Put a dot in the middle of the paper, small little dot. All right, following that crease, I'm gonna put a dot on the end and on this end as well. This is gonna help me line up those circles. They don't have to be perfect, but mine came out a little wonky and that's okay. All right, so you should have 3 dots going down your paper horizontally. Okay, so I got one here, one in the middle, and one on the other side. The next dot is going to go at the bottom following that middle dot. So I made one right here. Okay, these are just small placements. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go from the middle dot and trace a line to the other dot. Go from the middle to the other dot. And I'm gonna do the same for the bottom portion. I went from the middle and I went to the other dot. So now it gives me some type of circle. All right. For the other circle, make a dot that's parallel. So I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer. So I made a line, I have a dot here, and I made one that's parallel to it so we can make the other circle, but we wanna make sure that they don't touch or connect. So start from the middle to the outside, and they don't have to be the same exact size. It's okay. From the middle, going to the outside dot. All right, let's connect it from the bottom to the outside dot. We still have 2 circles that kind of look like glasses. You got 2 circles. Awesome. So now we're gonna make this bottom circle here. So notice that this circle, the goal circle, is gonna overlap with the other 2. All right, so I use the dot in the middle and the dot at the bottom, and I connected it. So I made a dot in the middle. I'm gonna do the first half. So I have this upper part. I made a line going through. And I'm going to make a line that's gonna connect and close out this circle. All right, so a Venn diagram that doesn't completely overlap, but gives you information. If you have, different colored items, you can pick one color for failure, one color for success, and one color for goals. Not super important. What's more important is what you put into it, okay? So again, here's the demonstration. We're gonna write out characteristics of what we think of when we think of success, what we think of when we hear failure, and what are some goals that you have that you may authentically feel like you're failing at, or goals that you have that you feel like you're doing really well. And then the goals that you have not started are gonna go on the outside, all right? So again, goals that you feel like you're failing at, goals that you feel like you're succeeding at, and failing is your own definition. And then goals that you have not started on the outside. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and play some music. and give us a few minutes to fill in those circles. You can start at whichever circle stands out to you, whether it's the success, the failure, or the goals. If you have any questions, I'm here. You can type in the chat. Right. For those of you who are visuals, I'm going to show you one more time what the page looks like. All right, I'm going to fill it up with words, with quotes, with phrases. Try to list at least 5 to 7 things in each circle. 5 to 7 things. Really push yourself to really get some of these up and out of you, consciously and subconsciously. I just want to read something that came through the chat. Don't have much in success. Very good awareness. And that is okay. That is what we'll talk about and kind of explore why that is and what we can put there in order to feel more successful. We're going to take another 4, maybe 3 more minutes. If you want to add some art and decorate it, whatever you want to do to express yourself, feel free to do so. And in 3 minutes, we're actually going to open it up to have some discussion about it. All right. I want to encourage you, if you do have certain responses or feelings towards it, on the back of this paper, write out what you're feeling and why. Having that awareness is going to help you in this journey too. Absolutely. I would love to share my playlist. Anytime you hear a song or anytime throughout our sessions, you're like, I need to know what the song is right now. Feel free to hop into the chat and ask, and I'd be more than happy to share it. I love music. Music makes me happy. All right. So just to review, the prompt was to define successful characteristics, define failure, and with that overlapping circle, being able to identify some goals. And this could be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So let's talk about it. If you feel comfortable unmuting, if you're here live, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you want to show the art you made and any insight that you got about yourself.
So my diagram, what did you call it?
Yeah, a diagram. Mm-hmm.
It's really bogus.
Why?
Because I did my circles really bad.
No, we don't use those words here. That's why I try to walk you through it, because I'm like, people are gonna judge themselves for these circles, and it doesn't matter.
Oh, don't worry, because I'm redoing it later anyways and making it more pretty.
Well, can I see what you made?
Yeah. So for
Wait, your camera's turned around.
oh, it is? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. There you go. All right.
See? This whole time too. Okay, so this is what it looks like.
Okay.
And for success, I thought it meant like personally in your life. I thought that's what you meant. So I only put like the things I thought I've had success in my life. It's very short. I don't have much in there. I have the two things I've learned that I love, which is dogs and professional organization. And then One success is I do pet care part-time. It would
Okay.
be nice to make it full-time, but and then for failures, I have a lot of that in there.
See, it's a very full circle.
Yeah. So I have like I put down like education, like yeah, I have my associate's degree, but it's like I only went because I felt like I had to do it, and then I got the paper and then I'm like, okay, now what? So I feel like maybe like not a strong focus in my education or career. I have a lot of undecisiveness.
Mm,
Don't know how to get from A to B.
yeah.
Feel lost, and I guess I have this fear of failure.
Mhm.
So it's all in there. And then should I go to the goals?
Yeah,
Mm,
absolutely.
okay.
Can't
For the goal,
do
um,
that without the good.
yeah, yes. For the goals, I have get my own place,
Mm,
just me alone, no roommates or anything like that. I would just like the feel of independency. And then choose one career and give 100% to it.
yeah.
Uh, because I'm so undecisive, I'm always like, well, how about this and how about that? Well, I want to do that and I want to do that, so. And then leave the typical job to do what I love and be able to be independent off of that. And
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it. Those are powerful things. That is amazing. And how did you feel as you began to identify, through the different circles?
Um, I feel this actually putting it in this diagram makes me feel a little bit more at ease because
Mm,
I feel like I have all these thoughts, but
mm,
they're always scattered in
mhm.
my brain. Like I have these thoughts, but it's actually it looks okay. It looks more organized
Yeah.
to separate them and be like, oh, okay, yeah. So I don't know. Especially having a visual of it. I
Mhm,
never thought of doing this before,
mhm.
but it's helpful. It actually puts my mind at ease
Wow.
instead of me thinking, oh my God, this, and I'm so bad at this and all, scattered thoughts and all
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
I do have bipolar 1.
Mhm,
And so I do have scattered thoughts a lot.
mhm.
So you having me do this helped. So thank you.
First of all, thank you for being here and thank you for being your whole self, your full personality, and I can resonate with you. I feel like, especially since COVID, that my thoughts are like windows and tabs, and
Mhm,
they're
mhm.
just like, hold on to this thought, hold on to this thought. Oh no, now I'm feeling emotional, and it's like and I
Yeah, yeah.
just feel like as if my brain was a computer, and then I just like start winding down, and I start forgetting stuff, or I get irritable and I get crabby, and it's because I'm feeling all these things while thinking all these things. And then I have thoughts where I'm like beating myself up, like, you said you were going to do this. And look at you, you haven't done. So I have
Yeah.
that person in here following me around
I
all
know
day.
that
You,
person.
you
Yeah, yeah,
do?
definitely.
And so managing all those things is hard and it's a lot. And so creating something like this to just get it out, I think is just so healthy for our relationship with ourselves. To be like, what is this emotion? What is this thought? Why do I feel that? And then just putting it down. That's it. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to like do something right now. It's just, I got it out and that is enough for today.
Mm,
You have words, now you have ideas, and you go at your pace, you know? And so I recommend doing this, and you can change out the word success, you can change out goals, you can change out failure. But if you feel that overloading of like, I feel like I have too many things open, all right, it's time to dump it out. And sometimes having a blank piece of paper can be really intimidating for someone. Where do I start? What do I write? Now they just got in another cycle. And so being able to have like a guide and letting that be your navigator, especially the goals part, especially the
Yeah,
goals part, because
definitely.
I chose the word failure specifically because it's not in my vocabulary, but it is in the modern person's vocabulary. I don't believe in failure. I believe in trying and efforts. And there are stories of like, Thomas Ford, he had a team of people trying to build this thing for the car that did not exist. And it took him years and years and years. And people will see that, oh, he's failing. His business is failing. He's trying to create something that's not working. Thomas Edison, 999 attempts. And it was 1,000th one that worked. Failures are not failures, they're attempts. Because now you're one step closer to understanding, do I like this or do I not? You went to school, right? For example, you're one step closer to knowing yourself. It was absolutely not a waste. It wasn't, because you grew somehow from that experience. And so being able to change your mindset of, I'm one step closer to my purpose, I'm one step further from what I don't want to be. That's a gift in itself. And so I exchanged the word failure for attempts, tries, and getting one step closer.
I like that.
Yeah, so I'll share some of the things in mind because I believe if I'm going to ask y'all to share, I got to share too so that we can all be vulnerable in this space. Okay. For success, I put working full time, being alive. I'm still alive. Okay. There's a lot of stuff out here. I could not be here. And I feel like I am doing good at building community and not isolating. I think I know for myself, COVID made me like isolate and it was really weird. So
Mhm.
pushing myself to like, okay, hello, hi, what's going on? How is people doing? Talking to family. For failure, I put fear of rejection. This is a very real thing. Overworking myself, not knowing how to set boundaries with myself, or getting lost in projects, not having insight about my finances. This is a big one. I'm not even going to go into a whole tantrum because we're going to have a whole month dedicated to finances and us telling our money what to do versus our money telling us what we can't do.
I like that.
You're not going to say, oh, she can't go out. Says who? I can't do this. I can't buy that. Oh, no. I'm telling you where to go and how often to go. And so having gained and educated myself in finances and then just being tired. I be tired. Just like basic things, drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, not staying up late, like basic self-care things. And then for goals, I put to be more courageous and to be happier. I believe that God created this life to be enjoyed, not surviving, not barely making it, not, oh, I wish. We don't have to wish anything. We don't wish upon a star. We have more power than we think. And there's so many resources out there that it's like, ain't no way I can't live the life that I want to live. And I believe that whatever purpose, whatever you feel in your heart that you're passionate about, that it's God given and God placed it there. And so I tell God what He said in the Word. And I tell Him, you promise. You promise to give us
Mhm.
the desires of our heart. You promise to be my provider. You promise to be my protector. You promise to be there for me as a father, as a comforter, as an advocate. And so being able to stand on that, I am dedicated to living a happy life at whatever cost that means. So those are some of the things I wrote in the time that we had. Anything else you want to share with us? Any other thoughts or ideas?
Not at the moment, no.
I know it's a lot. So that's one of the things of why I said to bring a journal. I do recommend
Yeah.
to spend at least 5 minutes after our experience together every week, Just jot out some thoughts and some feelings of like, I never thought about this, or I feel this, just expressing
Yeah.
yourself.
When you were talking right now, I was like, I had these questions in my head and
Yeah.
I should have wrote them down so
We're
that I
gonna
can ask
exercise
you.
the habit. We're gonna exercise the habit. But know that if it ever does come back, you can utilize the space, utilize the app and pose the question to everyone, and
Okay,
get ideas from other people, or you can message me directly. So either one you feel like doing, okay?
cool.
All right. So I want to give you some strategies. Again, the purpose of this coaching is to equip. I want you all to be able to walk away with things that you can start doing tomorrow. And that is important because it's not like, oh, but I don't know. I got it. I got you. We're going to figure this out. So, modeling mindfulness techniques and strategies. What we did in the beginning, breathing, turning your head, really simple things because we spend so much time sitting, goes a long way. And so, for number one, we're going to focus on creating an affirmation culture for yourself. A culture is defined as individuals who have a like minded concept or belief. That is what a culture is. All right. And so, I want you to create an affirmation culture. That means everyone around you, your family, your friends, your coworkers, you're going to show them how you want to be treated by how you're treating yourself. All right. So, number one, affirming yourself. This is going to be one of your action steps. I want you to get some sticky notes. You can go to the dollar store and get some sticky notes, whatever color. And I want you to post you are affirmations on your mirror or in your kitchen or on your wall, on your door, wherever you stand the most. I say the bathroom mirror because I brush my teeth and I do my hair. And so I put things that are there, even if you don't feel it or you don't believe it just yet, write it down. We are going to recondition your mind from the inside out. Who you want to see yourself to be is what you're going to write out. Start out with three, see how you feel. And then I want to hear about your experience because we're going to be doing that on a monthly basis, but switching it up. All right. So, number one, affirm yourself every morning and say it out loud and look at yourself in the mirror. Number two, affirming challenging relationships. In order for us to be successful everywhere we go, family dynamics, relationships, personal, we're going to hit challenges. And being able to articulate and express yourself is going to help you overcome that person that's always in your ear talking at you. We're going to teach them how to go away by teaching others and practicing it. So, for an example, just thanking someone, be mindful. Thank you so much for opening the door. Could be a complete stranger. Thank you so much for thinking of me. Hey, thank you for reminding me. Thank you for your text, your call, whatever it is. Use thank you more in your day to day vocabulary. Number two, good job. Affirming those who are around you. Good job for showing up today. Encourage other people in your community. Encourage your coworkers, your friends, wherever you go, like, wow, you're doing a good job. Because now you're telling that voice it's okay to do a good job. And that voice is going to get smaller and smaller. The next one is I feel blank, blank, blank when you. So this is when there's some obstacles or challenges. I feel frustrated when you tell me what I shouldn't do with my time. An example is my mom. And I try to use it with her and it just goes way over her head. I'm like, Mommy, and I will say this in Spanish. I feel like a kid when you tell me I should have ate breakfast. That's why I'm crabby. Or I should have done something with my finances. That's why this is happening. I should have made a better decision. And so being able to say, I don't like that because that makes this voice bigger. I need the opposite. So not saying you never listen to me or you always do this and you people get in defense and they shut down. Start with your emotions. I feel sad. I feel irritated. I feel annoyed. I feel belittled. I feel ashamed. I feel guilt. I feel small. I feel whatever it is that you feel. When you name that to someone else, it makes them be like, oh, they're human. What are you feeling? Is this everyone? No. But those who care about you will want to know what you're feeling and if they're contributing in a positive or a negative way. As you communicate from now until next week, I want you to be aware of your body language, not letting negativity store into you. What does this mean? When people complain, don't hold on to that. When people say something negative to you, don't hold on to that. Literally, like in my mind, I say, I reject that. That is not my truth. And then I move on. You're building people's energy and you're holding on to it. And it's like, no, 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 no. We're focused on you right now. This is you. This is your time, your season. And so being mindful of, I don't know if this conversation is productive for me, or, I'm feeling tired. I need to go to sleep, whatever it is authentically. But getting yourself out of situations and noticing, are you having a face? Did you just roll your eyes? Did you smack your lips? That's your body telling you something about that conversation. You're like, oh, dang. All right, let me catch myself. Okay. All right. So these are some of the techniques. Write these down. These are your action steps. These are going to be your homework for the next 7 days. We went over the first one. Affirm yourself every morning. Affirm yourself first thing every morning. Using those sticky notes, you can order on Amazon. You can get it from the dollar store. Just get some sticky notes and put them on the wall. All right. Once you do this, I want you to take a picture and upload it into the app. I want to see how people get creative with their sticky notes, what colors, how they place it, what they say. Maybe it can inspire the next person who's feeling sad. Number 2, you're going to write out your 3 goals for next week on the app. I want you to be intentional moving forward, not just goals to yourself. Now you got community. Community means accountability. Think about throughout the weekend, what are 3 goals you want to accomplish next week? Big or small? I'll leave that up to you. And you'll write them in by Monday. We'll do a check-in on how your goals are going on Wednesday. Number 3, I want you to affirm one person, whether it's by a note or a card that you buy. I want you to think of someone who maybe you feel like you've taken them for granted, or someone who's been super supportive of you in this season, someone who's just been good to you in a world that is filled with a lot of negativity and hate, and appreciate them. Not just saying it, not just sending a text, but like literally setting the intention to write out a thank you card for just being known. The more that you practice affirming and loving on others, it's a cycle and it's going to come right back to you. I truly believe that the energy you put out into the world, you're going to get that back. Because I'd be cutting people off and people be cutting me off. I'm like, oh, that was from that Tuesday when I wouldn't let the truck. I was like, okay, all right, that's what this is. I really believe that the energy you put out, you get back, because then I'd be pissed off and that'd be a whole other thing. I was like, I'm gonna start letting people cut in front of me. All right, so writing that card, writing that thank you, and increasing your gratitude for your support system. Last but not least, if you are new to our app, you will get a free copy of our meditation journal, Aligning Inner Self, for free. That's it. I'm going to give you the link. I'll send you an email with details and how to get that shipped to you personally from me with a thank you card in your gift, because I want to practice what I preach. And so once you receive it, you're going to go ahead and go through work pages, specifically 1 and 2. That will be your homework whenever you get it. And know with the workbook, it's at your pace. I give you things that align with what we talk about, but whenever you're ready. All right. Again, pages 1 and 2 in the Aligning Inner Self workbook. All right. We are here at the end. And I have an ask of you. I feel so vulnerable. And it's hard for me every time I do this. But I told myself I would. For the next 12 weeks, I pushed myself and aligning with my goal of being more in community, to ask people to share about their experiences with me. If they learned something, if they gained something, if they can just share my contact info, be able to share something they learned, just to be able to connect with someone who can be one moment away of suicide, one moment away of isolating, one moment away of shutting down. I ask that you be that person that I can't get to. If you can think of 5 people, an incentive that I have is that if you are able to get 5 people to join our community space within the month, you'll get the month for free. That's my trade off. If you can be out there and be an ambassador and help people with their mental health and their experience and bring them into our community, I will gift you with a free month. Okay. 5 referrals, that's 1 person a week. I think you know a lot of people who you can talk to, and so help me in the initiative in getting this out there. All right. So before we close out, go ahead and pull out your phone again. You're going to do the QR code. If you're watching this at a later time, go ahead and click pause and just take out your phone and do the post survey for me. I incorporate these surveys because I want to hear from you. I want to know what works, what doesn't work. I want to build this with you in mind. All right, so I'll give you a minute to do that. And then we'll close out with some breath work and some movement. When you're done, just give me a thumbs up.
I know it is hard to comprehend. Why won't you let me be in my head alone? I need to be, so don't straight up come walking in. I tried to warn you many times. Now I don't wanna start a fight, but I can't go on this way. So why won't you just give me some time? I've got real big goals, need to be able to focus. I may hurt your soul, but understand this is all devotion. Just go, can't stay. You know your place. Just go, can't stay. You know your place. Just go, can't stay. You know your place. Please don't be.
All right, so let's go ahead and close out with some breath work and some movement. Again, these are some skills and techniques I pull from my dance therapy background because I want to solidify this in your body. I don't want you to get up and go to the next thing. I want you to really, really tell your body, I received this. Okay? So go ahead and just sit up. Take a deep breath. Exhale. With one hand, place it over your heart. Other hand, take it over your belly. I want you to imagine you have a piece of string pulling at the top of your head. Feel powerful. Feel strength. Feel one step closer to your goal. Close your eyes. Deep breath. Exhale. Affirmation, you are divine. Drop your hands down to the side. Look at me to follow my guide. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, palms together. Put it down to your floor. Again, 2 more times. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down to your core. Final time. Inhale, reach up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Palms together, bring it down to your core. Here, repeat after me. Really say it to yourself. I am powerful. I am growing. I am healing. And I have everything I need already inside of me. Take a breath and exhale. Go ahead and clap it up for yourself. You made it through the very first month, week 1, aligning your inner self group mentoring, aligning your success. All right. Thank you so much for being here live. Thank you so much for watching this later. You're watching this and you're here exactly when you're supposed to be. So I thank you. I'd love any feedback and I'll see you next week. All right, everyone. Bye.